I'm here for the intro.
Hello.
I love the intro. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to an episode of the Ladies Lounge. Let's get it
Hey
started.
everyone.
Hello, and thanks for waiting patiently for us.
Yes.
Popcorn from All Things Popcorn, and
I am Candace from the Candy Shop.
And I am Cat in the Chat from Creatively Cat.
And
yes.
and Miss Cotty D is on her way. She will be joining us shortly.
Yes, yes, yes. I can't wait till she come and join in. All right, so without further ado, how you ladies doing tonight? How y'all doing?
I'm doing
Great.
good. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm
Okay.
amped to do the show. At first I was tired, but I was like, you know what? Let's get it. Let's do this.
Nice. All right.
Are
So
you feeling
before we
better,
start, I
Candace?
want to say hello to some people that's in the chat that's been waiting. Hey, Shot Town, that's a girl. Make sure y'all put the popcorns in the chat. Put the popcorns in the chat. Make sure you put the candies in the chat.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And make sure you put the cats in the chat along with the is what is that called? A color palette, a painting palette? What is it called?
A palette.
A palette in the chat. So yes, creatively kid. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for coming. Make sure when you come in, you make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Please, 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 and the notification so when we go live again. Hello, Levance.
Hey, Lavon.
Say on the ass. No.
Yes. Yes, we are right. So let's see. Let's get it started here. Just wanted to say hi to a few people. All right. All right. So let's get into started. So today we're going to discuss. Okay. Other than we aren't. I was tired, but I took me a nap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a power nap. So I can be revitalized and everything like that. How's your day going so far, Kat?
It's all right. I also took a power nap and it almost made me late, but I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready.
That's good. That's good.
Hey,
Well, I'm good.
hey, Lamar.
Hello,
Hey.
Lamar.
Hi,
Hey,
Marsha.
Marsha.
Marsha. Yes.
I saw Mel NYC. Hey, Mel NYC.
Oh, I didn't see Mel one. I see. I guess I'm behind or whatever the chat or whatever. All right, but if you're there, hello, thank you for everybody tuning in. All right, so the first thing we're going to discuss today, just a discussion. We're not like life coaches or anything like this, but this is everyday life or whatever. And we're talking about codependency. And what made me think I thought it was a great topic to talk about, well, to discuss. Um, we're going to discuss about the characteristics of codependency. So, what do you guys? What do you take on codependency?
I guess I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you could be codependent in a relationship and also, well, your relationship with your mate, plus your relationship, like friendship wise. And
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't seem like a healthy situation. I definitely want to hear your take because I know you have examples of it
Mm-hmm.
before I truly give my opinion on it. But that's what my 2 cents right now.
Yes. How about you, Kat?
Yeah, same. And then I feel like a lot of times people fall into codependent situations with family members as well. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the biggest ones. Um, I think a lot of codependent behaviors come from a lack of like valuing oneself.
Mm.
And I guess I can kind of dive a little bit deeper into that in a little bit, but that's kind of what I've been thinking about that.
Okay, that is all good answers, and that's true because codependency can be romantic for a romantic setting, and it could also be about family, and it could also be with friends. So, let's go with the first thing. One of the characteristics that I'm going to give examples of is codependency and caretaking. And codependency and caretaking, I'm gonna give you three characteristics, and one of them is um, codependence tend to think and feel responsible for other people or for other people's feelings.
Mm.
They feel, and another one is they feel compelled to almost force to help that person solve their problems, such as offering unwanted advice or help. And the last one is they feel bored, empty, worthless if they don't have any crisis in their life or problem to solve or someone to help. Mm.
Mm.
So those are one of three of many caretaking codependencies. So one of the things I would like to talk about, get started is um a codependent, and I think I've come across probably a number of friends, not family members, friends that feel that always want to be in a crisis somehow. And I wouldn't even say they're like really my friends anymore because I had to take a step back because I saw that wasn't healthy. So I saw that wasn't healthy when
Mhm.
I would you know see a friend of mine's and they always in crisis mode and stuff like that. And you be like, one thing we say wouldn't say crisis, we be like, oh my gosh, you always in some drama. You always here for the drama. What is going on? And being as though I try to be a more um live and be more productive and have healthy relationships with some people, those are one of the people that I tend to take a step back from. What do you guys think?
I would have to agree. And I think based on like what you were kind of describing codependency as, is kind of like a you have to be needed. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
need to be needed. And I think that's what I was trying to kind of get into with the whole I don't even want to say you don't value yourself, you just don't know how to value yourself in the correct way. So you kind of use other people as a way to feel valuable. And so
Mm-hmm.
you need to be needed. And a lot of codependent behavior is also like can be enabling behavior.
Yes.
Um,
So,
so yeah, that's my two
mhm.
cents.
Thank you.
I
And
I agree. I believe it definitely sounds toxic. Going back to your statement of they want to be the person to basically solve another person's problems. They're kind of like an empath.
mhm,
Um, that is a dangerous territory because I'm sometimes fearful of friends that do that, that constantly want to come to my rescue and want to do things because it's like, for me, my boundaries, I don't know if I can give you all of me, like what
mhm,
you're doing for me. I don't want you to expect anything in return because I am very big on boundaries and I'm very big on I have a life in other people that care about me and I care about them as well. But it's for me, it's the boundaries. And
mhm.
thank you, Mel NYC. We did this
Thank you.
creatively, Cat.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So those are good examples. Yeah. So those were the examples of characteristics when it comes to being codependent in caretaking environments. Um, so we have another one when it comes to low self worth.
Hmm.
Okay, so so codependency characteristics of someone that have low self worth would be someone to say tell themselves that they can't do anything right. They settle for being needed, and they tend to not put themselves first, and tend to have unhealthy relationship with friends. Well, romantic and not romantic, and tend to latch on to that. And that was something that, Kat was, touching bases on when we were talking about the first segment part of it, about the caretaking aspect of it. So, but I can say that there is times where these characteristics have fitted me sometime, one time or another. I'm not above of not feeling like I was codependent on something, like as a parent, I had to step back and was like, because I was like codependent of my children. Like, y'all need me, you're always going to need me. But then they were growing to young adults. And I had to take a step back and be like, wait a minute. They have their lives and they're going to grow up to have their own individual life. I need to start separating myself as a mother. I'm always going to be their mother, but I need to started having more healthy boundaries with the kids. Just like you said, you are good with male. Candace, how you talk about being, having healthy boundaries. And that's one thing that I had to learn. And then I had to think about myself that you know, I did question myself early on, even at work, like, damn, am I doing anything right? Or needed validation, or I even needed my mother's validation, even as a parent. And that was one of the things that hit home for me, that what me brought up one of the characteristics of it.
I can actually speak on that too. In my marriage, me and my husband have been married since, well, for a while now. I don't want to give out too much information because these people. But we've been married going on about 10 years, and with marriages you go through stages, and there was a time where I was codependent on my husband, and I had to remember who I was because I didn't want to resent him because of certain situations going on in our relationship. And sometimes you can't, the codependent person, when you think about it, they ask for a lot. And
Mhm.
sometimes you can't give the person all of you. And when you get married, another thing that you have to remember is you were an individual first. So I have my me time. I go out, I enjoy myself, I have my friends, but then I still come home. I still know that I'm married, and I represent him anytime that I'm out. So
Yes.
yeah, I still do me.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, you brought up the thing, popcorn, about being like a codependent parent, and that
Mhm.
actually really hit home with me. Not because I'm a parent, because I'm not a parent yet, but I know that with my siblings and my sisters and I, um, we've actually had issues like with our parents, or particularly with our mom, where she feels like we don't need her enough anymore now that we're adults, and it really bothers her that we don't depend on her for anything anymore sometimes. And
Mm.
she comes to us, even to this day. Sometimes she'll still say, well, you guys never like need me for anything. And it's hard for me to wrap my head around it until she says I won't understand until I'm a parent. But I'm just like, you literally raised us to be independent. Why do you want us to need you for stuff? Like, I just don't get it, but I kind of get it. So
Because you are babies, okay? But like I said, I had to learn to go ahead and hello.
hey, Patty.
Learn to step back.
Hey.
I had to learn to take a step back too. And I didn't want to be a helicopter parent because I know how being a helicopter parent can, be. So thanks for doing it. Thank you for
I'm loving this
Hey.
look, Cotty.
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
Patty too.
Oh yeah. I guess you guys never see me actually wrap my hair up and things.
Yeah, it looks
I like
good.
it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, so we were just talking about the low self-worth part of the codependency, about telling yourselves that you can't do anything right, settle for being
Oh.
needed. Um, some of the characteristics of having the low self-worth and being a codependent. So do you have any thing to chime in about that?
No, not
Wonderful.
yet.
That's okay, that's fine. Because a part of low dependency, being codependent with low self-worth also is that, people often get, this is another characteristic based on the book that I'm based on the book called Codependent No More. It's by Melanie Beattie. When people get depressed, when this is, and people think it's because you think it's about them or their, well, have low self-esteem, of course, because it is about low self-esteem with codependency. But people really get depressed if they don't get, validation of how they look. Like, you look nice, or good job, well done. And you can give people praises, but at some point, a lot of times, it could be a bit much. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to move on. And some of the things, another thing, a characteristics of codependency too, can be when it comes to having very not not having strong boundaries. And just like Candace said that she has, really that she's good at having boundaries and stuff like that. But one of the characteristics is that you have strong boundaries at the beginning, but then with your partner or a friend, they do things that compromise your boundaries and cross your boundaries. But being as though that you're so codependent that you slowly chip away at the boundaries and allow them to do things to, that's not healthy or beneficial to you. For
What's
example,
I was just about to ask, what's an example of that?
an example is if you do that to me again, um, that maybe we can't like hang out anymore. That person do it again, but then you was like, well, it wasn't malicious, or you forgot that we talked about this, so I'll give you another pass. Or in a relationship, you lied to me again about, spending the bill money or something like that. But then you slowly chip away and okay, well, you gave me half of the bill money, but now, or even if somebody say, look, we can use an example about bringing drama to you. Like, stop bringing drama to me, you know. But then you check in and be like, well, what's going on with that drama you was going, So you start slowly chipping away at boundaries that you set for yourself, but being as though that you're codependent to that friend or lover or family member that you compromise, and then you be put in situations that that you didn't want to be put in, but you allow that to come into your space. So that's what I was talking about. What are your thoughts on that?
I was I oh
No,
go
go
ahead,
ahead. Go ahead, Kat.
Oh, I was just gonna agree with that and say that I feel like you can fall into you know codependent behaviors when you habitually don't protect your boundaries. Like you allow your boundaries to drop over and over again, and then it becomes a habit to where you are so used to doing this thing for a person or accepting this thing for a person that then now you feel like you have to do that because now that is the way that you live, that is the way that you think, that is the way that you do things. So then you find yourself in this situation where that's just how things are, and then that's where the codependency kind of creeps up, I think, a lot,
Mhm.
very easily for a lot of us, including myself sometimes.
Yes. I even relationships, romantic or not, that I have
Yeah.
I have, weakened my boundaries just to be
Yeah.
pleasing to that loved one or that family member or that close friend. Definitely. Mm-hmm. Kadi, you was going to chime in.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, in a past relationship, I had like this was my very first boyfriend, and he was messing up. Like we had been together 6 years, and towards the end, he was messing up, and I kept warning him, like, "Hey, if you don't do better, I'm going to leave you." But it had got to a point where he didn't even believe me anymore because I kept saying it. I just kept saying, and he's like, "Whatever, you ain't went nowhere yet." and one day I was just like, okay, enough's enough. Like I've had it, and I actually did leave. And he told me, like, yeah, I didn't think you were gonna go. Like, you just kept warning me, and you never left. So I guess I kind of excused his behavior. Like I gave him an out.
Mm-hmm.
The first time you're like, hey, I'm gonna leave if you do this, and they may be like, oh shoot, I may want to get it together,
Mm-hmm.
but if they keep doing it and you don't go, then you're almost enabling them to continue to disrespect you, or it's almost like that self-worth, right? I had been
Exactly.
with him since I was like from 14 to 20.
Ooh.
So it was really like a pivotal time for me. And I was just like, I don't even know anything else. Do I want to go? So
Well, a part of the character that was a great example, Kadi, because one of the characteristics when it comes to family and codependency, a lot of times we tend to see how codependent our loved ones are to their partners, and then we start implementing, and then we think that's the norm instead of thinking that it's unhealthy. We come to do it the norm, and even as parents, because we sit up there and tell our children to don't do that, or I'm a boom boom boom, and then we give them so many passes, and then because they don't, they don't believe us, but that does I definitely can relate to that story because my mom gave my dad so many passes in the in the beginning, and I was like, oh my gosh. But later on, they started fixing, started having a healthy relationship. But that was the norm for me early on, seeing all the passes that my mother was giving my father early on when I was younger. There weren't healthy boundaries.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody else want to chime in on that? So a lot so codependency didn't come wasn't really termed until like maybe the 60s and the 70s when people started going to rehab clinics because a lot of because a lot of times people were codependent of a loved one that was alcoholic, was like
Mhm.
alcoholic or drug abuse or something like that.
Yeah.
So they started just like pinning the term of codependency because you were enabling your loved one that was hiding things for them, and even a relationship. A characteristic of it being in a relationship too is that y'all both gaslight each other or stick together on some BS to defend each other against somebody else, like me and you against the world, me and you and our fuck shit against the world too.
And I hate that.
Right.
I hate when couples say me and you against the world.
I
Like,
hate that too. I'm like, stop it. Stop it, please.
Yes, I hate that too. I definitely hate that, and I hate the term ride or die. Like
Mm-mm.
ride or damn die. Like no, I'm not. I'm not a ride or die situational. Like
Nope.
look, I love you, but I don't think that your behavior and me giving you passes and I'm going to ride all this out until I die and let you be abusive towards me, or
Yeah.
me or a woman being abusive towards a man, goes both ways with it,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I watch. There's a channel I watch because when I'm not doing these shows, I'm actually in other sectors. So there's a channel, Soft White Underbelly,
Mm-hmm.
which this guy he does like documentaries on like just the forgotten people of America, and he has a series on the Appalachian people in like West Virginia, all that. And there's a couple, they're a gay couple, black and white. They have a codependency on each other. And when you look at the comments, like first of all, the situation is sad. So make sure you guys, if you don't mind dark stories, check out Soft White Underbelly because he
Mm-hmm.
covers a lot of like the Skid Row people in LA, the Appalachian people, just people you would not think about. But this couple, it is just amazing to hear their story and just see it unfold
Mm-hmm.
on this channel because he's done several series on them, and they both have AIDS. The black man of the couple gave the white guy AIDS, and the white guy was in a wheelchair. And so, if you look at the comments, some people think he purposely gave it to him so they could suffer together. But that
Oh
is
my
like an
goodness.
extreme case of codependency.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is definitely, definitely.
Levon giving those eyes.
Yes, but yeah, so I recommend it. I feel like it was a great read. I didn't think about about being codependency. I had those characteristics or some of the things that I worked on, or I saw like, oh, I remember a time when I was like that. And I like to read stuff like that because I like to be a little bit self-aware of who I am, how I put myself out there, and one of the people that I know definitely lacks self awareness, and I'm gonna just throw that out those segue, is Portia Peach Juice Williams. Okay,
Oh my gosh.
she really, she's one of the people that lacks self awareness too, but she's codependent because I think that she wants to be in relationships with someone with money, so she don't have to be the work, do any work, so she could just be a trophy wife and just be dependent on, on her mate. And one of the things that I noticed that just like going up with her and Simon is that is them two against the world. And we know that they're trash.
Oh
Put the trash
Lord.
cans in the chat.
Yes.
Yes.
And I like Portia too, but I'm not liking the moves that she's been making recently. So yeah, it's definitely trash.
But you know what? I'm looking at how she been moving recently. She always been moving that way. It's just that
Well,
she's just a part of an ensemble.
well, I felt bad
Yeah.
for her with the Cordell situation because I felt like he was an asshole. But in looking at her mom, it looks like she's learned a lot from her mother, and then she was always wanting the acceptance of her father's family. And she talked about it on the show, like the separation, how she wanted them to come together. So she has a lot of deep-seated issues, but her mom, it seems like, has trained her to be the way that she is.
Yes, I
So,
can see that.
Wow.
That codependency with their parent, mother parent. But she haven't trained her very well because she haven't really snagged that millionaire or billionaire that she told that she's so let's see she's
yeah.
See, I think Portia, like, I like Portia too. Like I say, I like her for the show or whatever. I wouldn't hang out with her. I don't hang out with thoughts and all that or whatever. But
okay, so what makes you wait when you called her a thought? So what is a thought to you? Because I just feel like she just because a lot of women are like Portia that that could be in your circle. They're just not magnified on TV showing how open.
I don't feel like Portia's a thought because she's dating with a true purpose. Her purpose is to find a man with money.
There you go.
She's
a little bit of playtime in between, like Polo Gate.
She seems very stingy with the cat. To me, she comes off as she uses sex as a weapon. Like, you gotta spend some money to really get with this lady. So she doesn't seem. I know she called herself a thought. But she ain't no thought. And I ain't calling her a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I think where her mom sort of went wrong. Well, I don't want to say wrong with Portia or nothing like that, but it just seems like when teaching her to go after a man with money, Portia keeps trying to reach higher. Like, you had Dennis, and Dennis wasn't the cream of the crop, and he was a cheater or whatever. But it just seemed like she keeps trying to go higher and higher, and you'll never be happy, and you'll never stay settled if you keep looking for the next man with a bigger bag than the one you with.
And key words, Cotty. My thing is, why are you even going after a man? If you have self-worth, that man is going to find you. And taking it to religion, the Bible says, the man, he who findeth a wife.
Yes.
So her going after these men, it just seems like, is this how you think you can make it? Because I was raised by a single mother, and I know people hate the whole single mother thing, and they say they teach us to hate Black men and all this other stuff. I wasn't taught to hate Black men. I was just taught to take care of myself and value things other than money. Like, I was taught to actually strive for something and really value life, because sometimes life is not going to deal you the hand that you want. And so I just feel like with Portia, like you said, Cotty, she's been taught to go after men, and that's her happiness, versus really truly loving herself and figuring out what is going to make her happy based off of just being her alone. Because she could die alone with the way she's moving.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Cat and Chat?
Oh, Portia. I can say a lot, but I have to say I agree. I agree.
Is it just me? Because I feel like Portia is like still in love with Dennis for real. But Simon got a big.
I almost feel like she wants the best of both worlds, sort of thing. I did. I don't know what I feel now, because all that's going on with Dennis, the allegations. I don't understand any of that. But at first it seemed to me like she kind of wanted this over here, but she she like wanted to be wanted by Dennis still in a way.
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah.
I don't think she still, in my opinion, I don't think she still wants Dennis because I feel like she tries to move on. But I think she wants him. She wants to be desired, and she wants to
Yeah.
control her situation. And sorry, sis, sorry you got a twisted dog, but it's not
exactly. And he
not
cheated
going.
on her while she was pregnant. So
Yes.
already that was a kick to her self-esteem. So to me, it's not
Yeah.
about really wanting him. It's about making him want her.
Yep.
Based off of what happened. To me, I don't think she's still in love with Dennis. If she is, she would be an idiot. Because this man, to me, he's not good. I know this show is trying to paint him in another light. We know what he did. And I'm here in Atlanta. I know some of the streets be talking.
Okay.
Oh, that's the
we
streets.
know what Dennis did, and Dennis is not like the hero of their love story. He's just the hero of that story on that show.
How about that? So let's go ahead and body roll over to the next segment. Is going to be, we're going to talk about non-sexual turn-ons. Who wants to lead with that? Because I have a few.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, since you said something first, Kat, you go ahead, Kat. You.
What, me? Oh, Lord. Okay. I should have thought about this a long time ago, but I feel like I have so many non-sexual
All right,
turn-ons.
just give us two.
Okay. Cooking. Like a man that's cooking for you. And good cooking, okay? Not no macaroni and cheese. Well, some macaroni and cheese is good, but like nothing simple. Like
No ramen
no
noodles.
noodles and exactly. Talking about cooking.
Hot sausages in it, cut it up. So
Yes. And you know what's really a turn on to me too? I like men that are really good with kids, like with children, like entertaining them, and
you
know,
actually that's like one of the top lists
communicate.
if you look it up. The women that's non.
Oh, really? I love that. Yeah. See, I love kids too. I work with kids in like every day. So to me, I just love when I see a guy or a man that can communicate with them, get down on their level. I love that.
I love that.
But that's two out of probably 1,500 that I have.
No.
I do agree on that cooking though, and I didn't necessarily think that I would, except when I met him and we worked at the same job, and he used to bring food for the both of us to eat. And I mean, if y'all ever had some African food, like it got so I swear one day he asked me like, so do you like me because I feed you, or do you?
Absolutely, I do.
Well, all right. That does.
I'm like, I mean, it don't hurt, but no, that's not why I love you at all. No.
Oh.
No.
To the belly. Then you said that's not why I love you. Oh
it's not why I love you, but it don't hurt.
Right.
What about you, Candace?
For me, it's definitely a man taking charge and telling me, okay, this is what we have planned today. This is what we're going to do. I've taken care of this. So a man definitely showing his masculine energy and having things planned, and just a man in general. I like everything masculine about a man. I don't like today.
What we do like our turn-ons.
I know today it seems like a lot of men have lost that macho-ness. And I know people try to say that it is misogyny and all that. Some of it is misogynistic, but if you can respect me and still be a man, that is the biggest turn on to me. Like, I don't want you to lose a gender role. I want you to take out the trash. Right. I want you to watch football. I'll bring you
carry the groceries. Get the groceries. Please get the groceries.
Yes. If you in the chat, tell us what some non-sexual things that turn you on.
And my husband, when we first started dating, it was long distance. And so I went to visit him here in Georgia because I was living in Texas at the time. When I came to visit him, this man, because he knew I liked to drink alcohol, he had the refrigerator stocked with alcohol. He was grilling and cooking food. A man that's grilling is a turn on to me. So the fact that he just paid attention to things that I liked was a turn on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like that too, Candy Shop. I always say, like, you know how like Valentine's Day or something like that, or maybe even an anniversary, guys who just go out and get generic things and they bring you flowers and a box of chocolate. And I'm like, because all women like flowers and chocolate. Like, if you want to do something, show me you know who I am. You're not impressing me with that flower. First of all, that flower is dead. It doesn't have roots. I don't know what that says about our relationship, but that's good.
Because
Show me you know me. Buy me a video game. Tell me
yeah.
know who I am as a person and not a generic you're a female, so you must like shiny, pretty things.
Yeah, and to speak to that, and I know I shouldn't speak on this now. My ex-husband, because I've been married twice. I'm in my second marriage. My ex-husband was my high school sweetheart, and so one Valentine's Day, this will always stand out. He got me a chocolate-covered strawberry. It was in the shape of a rose from a German chocolate company. I love Tony. He got me their greatest hits in a CD, and then he also got me a book of poems by Nikki Giovanni. And I was like, this guy.
Yes, the love book. I have that book.
Yes, OMG. I love, because he knew in high school, like I love Black authors like Maya Angelou, Nikki Giovanni, Toni Morrison. That's me. I read a lot of books. I know people don't think that, but I'm definitely, I read a lot of books, and Nikki Giovanni is one of my favorite poets. And so for him to get that just by hearing me talk about a story in high school, I was sold. That was the good.
But they tapped in, and that's how you know that someone is like interested in you, because they, you know, like you said, they don't just give you anything. It's like for me, I would like them to get to know me as a person, but they will know that I love shiny things, like because I am a girly girl. I do like flowers. I do like, I do like flowers, but not all the time. Cody, I agree with that because they don't have roots or anything like that. But my dad, I think a lot of times they go for what they think that's the right thing to do, because my dad always got my mom flowers all the time, you know. So that was an era where, you know, so he probably saw and was like, oh, that's what they want, until he got to know you and started inquiring about what you know, what you like, and got to care about you. That's how you know they really like you, when they start getting to know and want to know the things that you like.
The details, yeah.
It
The
is
little
all
details
about the
about you.
details, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But I one of my top non-sexual turn on is the way he smells.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
we
a
all
good one. That's a good one. Definitely.
Smells and cleanliness.
Yes.
Yes, grooming.
Yes,
Oh, I have so many.
Grooming. And let me tell you, Megan Mason said, I know I went up here. I'm about to go up here and just scroll just real quick. He's talking
What did
about
Bim say?
money, clothes, and garden tools all a ninja knows. You know,
Oh,
money, clothes, and garden tools, okay? But
I love a man with a nice haircut too.
yes, but it's just like grooming. But you know, it's so funny how you sit there and you could be minding your business at work or at a store, or and a man will walk by you and they smell good, and you be like,
yeah.
"Excuse me." I mean, he could be,
Yep.
he can look like a booger wolf, but the way he smell, you be like,
Oh, not a booger wolf.
but yes, that's one of the things the way of non-sexual is the way he smells, and the way he treat wait staff too. We're out on a
Oh,
date.
yeah. That's a good
We're
one.
out on a date, and he know how to be respectful to the, you know, to the help. That's always a good thing that turns me on about a man. Oh yes, and he can cook. He have to cook better than me. I love it when a man cooks better than me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I noticed Nihar's comment. She said there was a conversation between Nikki and James Baldwin. I'm going to have to look that up. You know, I know James Baldwin is very
She did. That was a great exchange between them two. And it's on YouTube, and definitely watch it in its full context.
Yes, I'm going to have to. I love that. I love old Black writers, Ralph Ellison, Richard Wright.
Yes, I mean, like they get into it, like you sit out the. One of the points that she said, you go out there and be nice for the man, and you act like that. Why can't you and be nice and act, nice with them? Why can't you act like that when you come home? Why can't you be nice
with
to me?
with the black woman.
Woman with the black
Exactly.
woman with the black woman.
But James Baldwin was gay, I thought. So
Yes, but I guess it was like a hypothetical.
I know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but I love how they. I'm gonna highlight that. So those are people that are watching, they can go ahead and catch that. I
Yes.
don't want to do that to Cat's face. There we go.
That's okay. I got one more too.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead, go
Um,
ahead.
a man that manages money well, because I can't
Ooh.
stand that when some. I guess when anybody doesn't know how to manage money, but when a man doesn't know how to manage money, when he knows how to manage money well, I love that.
I agree.
Yeah, you can't head this household if you gonna send us clean over a
Amen.
bridge.
Exactly.
That is so true. I
Hmm.
agree with that wholeheartedly. And I'm gonna take this back to being a mother of a son. Um, I did try like I'm very nurturing. I'm a very mother, but I do communicate as they got older. I started, like I said, not being so codependent as a mom. I started, relinquishing some of my things that I would hover over my mom as a mother. And one thing I will always try to communicate with my son, like, listen, I'm your mom. I do these things because I am your mother. But when you take on a partner, the qualities, when you say you want somebody like my mom, maybe when you want to have children, you could be like, I want someone as a mate that's like my mother. But don't expect for someone to pick up your clothes, to wash your clothes, do those things. They may want to, you may, or I'm the type of person that in the morning time, if it's snowing, I'll go out and start my car before he comes out, and then he'll start doing the rest. And I'm like, listen, you may get a young lady that just won't do this at all, because my mom never did that. For me, I didn't mind, playing in the snow and with the kids, and my husband would do that for me. But I used to always take initiative to do certain things. So I will always try to communicate with my son the difference between I'm your mom, and then when you have a mate, they're not going to be your mother. They're going to be your mate. So don't look for
Hmm.
someone to mother you. And if you do, I mean, if you want a caregiver, then make sure you choose a woman that's a caregiver like that. But overall, I think a lot of times women have problems with men who mothers, you know,
Yes.
that don't know boundaries.
I just saw a TikTok of a guy, and I loved it because it was hilarious. He was like, a lot of men out here want a slave. They want somebody to cater to them. But he was
Oh
like,
Mhm.
my
the
God.
real wife is gonna be like Ninja. He was like, she can see you across the room, and in your biggest moment, and she'll say, Ninja, are you about to have a panic attack? Get yourself together. Or Ninja, your pee smell funny. Have you been drinking enough water? So
Right.
realistically, we know our men inside and out.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it is definitely different than just being a slave to somebody.
Exactly.
And I think that's very I'm not gonna say superficial. What's the word? It's a fantasy or make believe or
Yeah, it's
just
unrealistic.
unrealistic. Exactly.
Hmm.
So
Another thing that's unrealistic too is unrealistic for women, for these fantasies that society put on women, like especially dating or whatever like that, or how just a relationship supposed to be. That shit is not real. That's for to sell movies. That's to sell.
Right.
That's for you to go to the movie
Yeah.
like, oh my god, they are. No, this is not. This is entertainment. This is entertainment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
So one of the things I feel like is one that's unrealistic too is, and I'm gonna just go for a woman because I just like to help my actions accountable. Um, um, Demanding, like, okay, if I'm dating somebody, that they supposed to give me gifts. Like, you're supposed to give me gifts, even if I'm like, if I started dating you in July and my birthday in September, where is my banged out, beautiful, huge birthday gifts. And then after a while, I'm like, but wait a minute. We only been dating for 2 months. Why should I put this type of pressure on somebody? If they want to give me something, that's fine. But we're not exclusive. That's not my man per se. So that's unrealistic for me to assume just to put those type of things on it, because sitting back watching TV, thinking that's the norm at some point in this day and age. Watch it like, and then don't forget how TV and commercials does, train us to think like engagement rings. Engagement rings, nobody, I mean, to each his own. But honestly, it was for the diamond industry. They created that.
Yeah.
They created
It's true.
And what's the first thing you do when you get engaged? Not that you get engaged to get married or set a date. You go like this. Look what he got.
Yeah.
You're like, let me get the ring.
Yeah, you be like, hello? What they say? Oh, okay. I was walking down the street and oh, wait a minute. I have a headache.
Shows it off.
Like a third of your salary or something like that. It's supposed to be something.
Right, it's like 2 months salary. Like
too much salary, right? No.
I'm like, damn. Like, you can really invest it in something else. Then if you're gonna marry to someone, a gold band or platinum or 10-year, whatever anniversary it is for you to get diamonds or whatever like that, wait for that. But it's a lot of things unrealistic. Somebody said smelling good.
Yeah.
Good hygiene. I mean, smelling good comes with good hygiene.
Yeah.
Yes, and looking good. He gotta look really good and clean and crisp. Sometimes guys and girls, but since I'm a cis female, he can't look like a gray crayon. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter
dusty.
Like dusty, like a gray crayon. They always look dull. You know what I'm saying? What they do, that they put on some clean clothes. You be like,
no.
What's going on? Yeah.
We don't do dusties. No, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like that's one of the things that I love, that they look real clean. And just like some of the rappers, I'm not going to say one of them is from Philly, not Meek Mill, because I love Meek Mill, but he's from Philly, and he never really had that new money glow up. He always looked like a gray crayon.
I want to know who now.
Not a gray crayon.
Who's from Philly? Are the
property?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. We big up to the king. He's he's still pivotal part, but he never had that new money glow, and that's what I love. Like when a man is well put together and looks like my dad always looked nice. My ex-husband, all my exes will always look nice. Always took care of themselves and stuff like that. And another thing, just like being able to take care of yourself. But I'm on my rant. I'm finished.
Go to amused comments, because I would die if I saw something like this.
Did you hear about Ray J? Put the poop stand in the chat. Put the poop emoji in the chat. The princess really said what? He really say that he be having skin marks, because I swear she is Queen throw her man under the bus when she mad. Okay, she probably 7.
Thank God I've never experienced this, but I
Look what you said.
I cannot imagine. Oh no.
Wait, he said it himself.
Oh,
I cannot.
He did, Cotty? Okay, I had
That's
to
what Muse said. He said it himself.
I would have to. I'd be like, sir, you got to go take a bath right now.
Yes. Somebody said it was on Gabor's show today. Oh my God, not this.
Oh wow.
And I saw on 82's channel, he got sent some man wipes or whatever. So yeah, that man needs the wipes too. ATT
Wait a
wanted
minute,
the
he
white.
said advising black where to get black underwear.
Nothing
What
to get
the
black
hell?
underwear.
Black
Oh, wipe
underwear.
your behind.
Yes,
It is not that hard.
a bidet or something.
But he
Yeah,
needs a bidet. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at Q.
and you know they when
Hold
we,
on. Wait.
for those of
Q
us
put the
that
draws in the chat.
use one of them squirt bottles. You know, popcorn. We've had kids. After you have your baby, they give you a little squirt bottle to squirt when you use the bathroom.
Yes, it's a sitz bath. It's called a sitz bath. So bidet. I did buy a bidet for my bathroom. Yes.
He need one of them bottles though. If he can't get a bidet,
That is
a
nasty.
sitz bath. Exactly.
That is
Oh my god.
What a turn off. What a turn off.
Total turn off. How can I respect you when you can't even use toilet paper?
Like a freaking 2-year-old.
toilet.
You have to go help little kids.
You got to use the wet wipes. Toilet paper ain't gonna get all that.
Yeah,
The wipes.
Yo, I see the no, you know what?
Oh my goodness.
I can't with amused right now. I cannot with amused right now.
I can't. It's the drugs. It makes everything loose. Oh my god. No, it's the drugs that make everything loose.
That is sick.
No, not
Cardi. Bajo are trashy and eat it.
All right, so I'm going to body roll if y'all don't have anything else to add to non-sexual. Anybody have anything else to add? Okay, good.
No.
I'm going to body roll over to what Meek Mill said yesterday in an interview that he said eating ass is like well,
I wasn't expecting that.
Me either.
Like you said, eating ass is like tastes like unseasoned lamb chops.
I don't want to hear it. Ew. No, ma'am. No, sir. Candace. Oh no. This is nasty. Y'all.
Nasty.
Papa, what? Where did this go? That is crazy.
No, it segued. I saw that and then the skip, right? And then I'm sorry. When I read, I'm like Meek. He always says so funny though. Like I was like, because Meek is funny, but when I read that, I was say unseasoned lamb chops. I would never look at lamb chops the same.
Oh,
put the lambs in the chair. Put the lambs in the chair.
So gross.
Mary had a little lamb.
Oh my gosh. Make it make sense.
I'm not gonna add, because that is a personal preference to do if you, eat the booty like groceries, but obviously, according to me, it tastes like unseasoned lamb chops. So I don't know.
Wow. Wow.
So, another thing I wanted to, Tristan Thompson have to pay $40,000 a month.
Wow.
Is this for the new baby?
For the new baby.
Wow.
Damn. And the thing about it, I'm like, you know what? Live your truth, son. Just live in your truth. Just be like, listen, I cannot be in a monogamous relationship. If you want to be with me, I like to spread it all around.
Is it hard to wear a condom or really deal? I'm just not understanding how these men do this. And I know they try to blame the women, but it starts with you first, sir.
Yeah, it does. And I feel no sympathy. You did it to yourself. Congratulations.
Oh, I don't feel no sympathy either. But you know what? I'm going to QLL.
Oh, Mel, you deleted your Instagram. What?
Oh, Mel.
What happened?
Levine deleted Insta, gave me an invisibility cloak. Oh yeah, he did, because All right. So wait a minute. Let me go up to a comment someone said, and then we're going to move on from make it make sense. Okay. Oh, let me move up right here. All right. So make it make sense said, "Oh my gosh, my chat is moving so fast every time I want to click on it." Okay, here it is. All right. Nick might have taste that way because all the fart. I'm just in the...
Oh my.
Where'd you go? Okay.
All right, I'm going to hide that and keep it moving.
I cannot.
No, bring your hands out and get out the avatar. I need to see your face.
Candace is in the bushes.
Okay. Yes, get out of the bushes. That's why the back. That's why the backdrop is bushes.
He trying to hide in the bushes.
Trying to hide in those bushes. Yes, I do have to. Oh my gosh. But listen, I'm definitely going to listen to the entirety of Meek Mill's because I like to get the full context of something. But he specifically did say it tastes like unseasoned lamb chop. And look at Gottie's face. And I know some people that, and it's not because that's something I just can't get jiggy with it, but to each his own, and I wouldn't say no, someone did it to me, but I mean, I just can't get jiggy with it, and I can't get jiggy with somebody spitting in my mouth.
Ew. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, thank you.
Wait.
Hell no.
So this is the ladies' lounge after dark.
Yes.
Why is someone just spitting in your mouth?
I don't like it either. And a guy did that to me once, and that was the last time.
Oh my gosh. I feel like
he did that and
he was
biting my tongue. And that was
okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'm about to get sick. That's disgusting.
In Male NYC, this was 2003, so almost 20 years ago when this happened. So it wasn't COVID time.
No. Definitely not during COVID time, sir.
Oh, no.
Not doing the panini. No. Yep. I'm cracking up. But yeah. So y'all, anything y'all have going on for the rest of the week? Ladies?
Well, I'll start off. I just have YouTube shows tomorrow. I'm talking hot topics on my channel with it's titled Candidly Candace. I'm gonna talk about some hot topics. Thursday, I'm doing a show with the Real Lovely C. We're gonna talk about Ready to Love. And Saturday, I may do my show with Lamb, but other than that, I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna chill. My job, we are back at home because of the Panini.
Omarion.
Yeah, Omarion out here.
Yep.
I myself thought I had Omarion last week. I'm just getting over whatever I had. So yeah, I'm just chilling.
Okay, good. What about you, Kat?
Well, my week is not going to be that eventful. I just have to work a lot. Unfortunately, I cannot work from home. I wish I could, but I still have to go in. I think we're going to be doing confessions over at Red Label on tomorrow. So that's all I know for sure that's happening this week.
Yes. Gotti?
I'm kind of not sure. I was thinking of taking a little break, like a week off or something. Because really, I don't really take breaks so much. I'm not on every day, but I'm on consistently throughout the week, every single week. So I was thinking of taking a break. I was supposed to do a live yesterday, and I just was like, I don't feel like doing it. Really, I don't. So I don't know.
Listen to your body. Yes.
Other than that, and see, on top of that, I did go back to my old job where I met hubby at. But mostly I went back because I I'm constantly moving around, and I'm really trying to get my summer body and the winter together.
Okay, yep, that's how they are made. That's how they are made. You agree? That's right, kid.
Yes, I agree.
Yep,
I
yep,
agree.
yep.
I'm still working on putting together my workout routine. It's so hard because I work a lot, but I got to fit it in at least 3 times a week. So I'm trying to get it worked out.
That's good. That's good. What about you? Oh yeah, you already
Yes.
told us you have a
Yes, but I want to say this: Amuse, yes, me and Lamb will probably be returning on Saturday to do our after dark on the candy shop.
Yes, there you go. Ooh, after dark. You talk about that spit.
No, hell no.
Oh my goodness.
We never speak of that again.
Well, good night, Mel and YC. So yes, well, thank you for allowing me to host this week of the Ladies Lounge. It was so much
Yes,
fun.
thanks for doing it.
Yes, it was so much fun. I just want to say, what am I going to be doing this week? I have um, some nutrition to do. Just piggybacking off of what Cardi B was saying. Summer bodies are made in the winter, so I am doing meal prepping and working with a trainer virtually. And this week, I'm just going to continue to love on my loved ones, and I wish that everybody go ahead and love on their loved ones, love on yourself, read a good book, nourish your mental and your physical. And so where can we all find you? Let's go ahead and we right next to me.
Yes, you can find me at the candy shop. And Amuse Lamb is a real person. My friend Lamar, he was here earlier. So yes, we do after dark, and he is seasoned. No, I'm joking.
Oh
my god, I'm joking.
Oh.
Look, make it make sense, Candace, look what make it sense.
No, I'm not eating. I don't eat groceries. I don't eat groceries. Take me over here. I'll put on my advertising.
All right, where can they find you?
Oh my god. Hey y'all, I am Cat in the Chat. You can find my art channel at Creatively Cat. That's Cat with a K. You can come by and just watch me do some art. And yeah, that's it.
Here we go.
Hey, I'm Cody B. You can check me out on YouTube at Cody B or on Instagram at Cody_BTV.
Hey, and this is all things popcorn. Thank you for allowing me to host this week. As Kat and I fill in. You can find me here at my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm having an update. A block party coming up at the end of the month. But in the meantime, you can find me tomorrow, Wednesday, at Red Label and Confession and Reactions. We're going to be confessing some things tomorrow. But in the meantime, just go ahead and look at the content that I have. And if you want to paint, go ahead and check out the paint and sip that I did back on December 21st. Boom, there you go. Yeah, so
yes.
My daughter messed up the other half. Just look at that.
Yes. So again,
still looks good.
Every time I see it, it changes.
That's Picasso, baby.
Yes.
But yes, because we were definitely getting our Bob Ross Basquiat on. Okay. So yeah, and thank you everyone in the chats. Make sure that you subscribe. I put everybody's channel in the subscription box. I love you guys. Thanks, ladies. This was really fun, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.